Mm-hmm. All right, good. All right. Yeah, so that was fun. Anyway, I guess the point I was making is that I guess picking up from where I left off, I was trying to say this, right? When I leave, this is what it looks like when I leave your life, right? This is what your life look like when I'm in it. Call me arrogant, but when I start putting in effort into making a connection, you see what it look like. So that's why you don't have to do nothing to nobody ever. You don't have to do nobody no. The worst thing, their fate's worse than death. And there are two things you can do. Because what's worse than dying? Being forgotten. And I've seen that happen in real time. Somebody I knew, hmm, work over 20 odd years in this institution. Within 2 years, it took only 2 years for them to forget that this person ever existed. It took them 2 years. So I told myself, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to stay nowhere for no 20 years. For you to forget me in two, 1/10 of the time, not even five. So I do apologize. I don't know what was going on. I got to a point where I even went quiet because even the mic, I mean, I guess it went mute by default because it's depending on the USB camera. So therefore, even if I was talking, nobody would have heard anything anyway. So if I was screaming in the background, yeah, nobody would know. It's like you're screaming in the woods in a horror film. Nobody gonna hear you. Yep. So I figure whenever I have the break, whenever I get an opportunity to do something like this, I'll do it. That's all. I will do that. My body powerful enough. So I'm just gonna kill this time and just yeah. I mean, I feel like this is just, practice. Cause most days, oh God, I get home at 8. Like I wake up at 4:30, get home at 8. Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm not really bothered by what people can say about me because what you say about me doesn't matter. Not as much as people that I'm positively impacting. You see, the people I'm positively impacting, as long as is uno good with me and you guys can say good about me, then when everybody else I say whatever, prove it. You can say whatever you want, but prove it. Prove that I am this awful human being, you know, that I'm always verbally abusive to people. Prove it. That's what people want to do. There's something I wanted to talk about. Projecting. You have people that do that. You have people that think that what's important to you is important to them. So they will call you and say, hey, you did do this. I don't answer to you. Don't ask me if I do that. Why you on my phone? Why you in on my, why you in on my phone? It's not important to me. And that's one of the things that a lot of people get. Oh, let's talk about the source of conflict. People trying to get you to do what they want you to do. That's the source of all conflict. The source of every argument, the source of every interaction that you have with most people. That's the core. They want you to do what they want you to do. Come on, I've seen it play out several times. Why don't you go talk to this girl? Okay, you go talk to her. The whole thing fall apart. You see what happened when I listen to your ideas and not mine? So I did what you wanted me to, and it turned out to be shit. Okay. Why you don't go and work for this place? Okay, I went there, tried to apply, and they looked at me like I was homeless. Like, who is this guy? Why is he bothering me? Why is he here? So I'm saying if that's how you deal with people who are just asking for an opportunity to speak to somebody about working with your boss, that's how you deal with people. Miss me with that. Mm-mm. But nobody want it. I don't care. So there are several times in your life where you can spot it. People that tell you for do things. And listen to how upset they get whenever you don't do what they want you to do. Listen to how upset them get. Like you're throwing your life down the toilet. Why don't you do it? If you want me to do it so bad, why you don't do it? And I'll tell you what make life so sweet. If somebody look at me right now and they're like, yo, go look at work. I said to them, oh, you don't know. You haven't been hip to the latest. Let me help you out with that. I work 6 days a week at two different locations. And I still get it done. I still get it done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, you just have to laugh. People will say what they want to say because they, you know what they want to do. What they want to do is they want you to hurt like they hurt. They want you to feel how people make them feel. And so, what's the only thing you can do in response to that? The only thing you can do and should do is say, okay, I'm gonna look at work case. I'm gonna look at work. No, the reason why I give that awkward pause is because, you know, sometimes sarcasm is what you, well, no, see, look at that. Man, every time I take a picture, it's just like, what is that? That's not representative of me. So no, what I gotta do, man? What I gotta do to make it look like it's really me? Oh, I know. What I need to do is, I think I have an idea. Um, No, let's see if I can. Can I get this done? Can I get this done? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Ah, damn. What? Hold on, hold on. Let me see. Snipping tool will help me. What am I looking at? Really? No, man, I style, you know. So nothing came up. All right. That was a waste of my life. That was a waste of my entire life. What was that about? Hold on. Yeah, that's all I asked you for. Dear God. That's all I asked you for. There you go. My God. Just drop that on the desktop there. Um, where's the save button? All right, you see, hold on there. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna have to be that guy. I'm going to have to be that guy. All right. Um, Let me see what well, no, see, I'm not doing a screen share right now. So for all intents and purposes, you should not be seeing what is on my screen. I don't think. I don't think you should be seeing that. Um, Hold on. Yeah. So anyhow, let me not make this awkward. I'm just signing in. Just signing in. So like I was saying, yeah, people want to style a certain way because all people really want you to do is they want you to my youth. Sorry. Ah, this is so annoying. I don't know why every time I'm looking for WhatsApp web, the version that I'm using always seem to be logged out. You know, please don't be logged out. Please, may I beg you. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm I'm trying my best not to break the what's the word? The the momentum of the conversation here. You know. Yeah. All right. I just took a screenshot, sent it to my own WhatsApp, right? Um, yeah, that's going to be awkward. Um, yeah. Um, let's see if I can get this done, bro. I can't bother this, you know. I really can't. Can't be bothered, man. I can't be bothered. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, this is the struggle of the content creator. You understand? It's the struggle of the content creator, guys. Yeah. So, yeah, people are going. Remember what I said. Your life is Noah's Ark. Remember that? Your life is Noah's Ark. Remember, Mr. B said it. Um, I Show Speed will say it. MMA Guru will say it. A lot of people who, you know, they did this every day for nothing. Every day for nothing. Every day for nothing. They got nothing in return for doing this every day consistently for a year, another year and a half, and so on. So you have to show people that, look, there's a difference between, let me tell you what happened. I'm going to use this analogy and relate it back to the same thing with women, right? There's a difference between you wanting a man and you wanting me to be a man. And there's a difference between you wanting success and you wanting success so bad that you're willing, not in a fit of desperation, but you are willing to take all of the steps, all of the necessary action, because it's all about the action. It don't have nothing to do with, yeah, you can think all you want, but if there's no acting, then there's nothing. You can't have all software you need. The hardware needs to be there. Without hardware, you cannot sim it. There's a symbiosis. You understand? It don't make no sense. You have the hardware, you need the software. So therefore, if you have the thought, you need the action. You have to. That's why you die when you die. You show that discipline is everything when you do it every time. You have to. You have to. So yeah, I'm looking down at my phone for a little bit. So let me apologize for that. Um, there's something I look for now, I'm not even remember. I'm going on my WhatsApp. Why? I'm so annoyed. Why am I in the update section? Why? Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, talk about being meta. Yeah. Don't know if you can see that. Barely, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It's a picture of me. It's a picture of me. You know what I want to do? Oh no, hell no. Not that. I most certainly will not do that. Yeah, sorry. I got distracted. I got distracted. So yeah, I took a screenshot of myself while I was doing this here. And the reason why I felt the need to do that is because oh, but then do I have Zoom on this? I need to see if I have Zoom on this. I have to see. Do I have it? Hmm. I probably don't. I probably don't. Which means I might have to send it to the other phone and all that. I don't know. Yeah. I really feel like I'm gonna do all of that, I'm gonna do it. Maybe on another episode of Come Ramp with one John man. Readily apply meaningful philosophy, okay? That's all it means. Come ramp with one John man, okay? So, and it's really funny. Um, there are so many things that I used to do, right? Them write about this and them write about this, right? I promise I will get back to it at some point in time. That's a promise to me and everybody else. Because it's a good series. It's a good series, it's a good concept, but life, life will kick your ass. Life doesn't care, because the truth of the matter is, um, you have to be able to do things when you're not in the mood to do them, you know, and it's hard. So sometimes you have to just make little compromise here and there. You have to just decide, you know what, maybe I will suffer for maybe 8 months and then 2 months into the summer or whatever the case is. I just say, hey, I'll go all out with content, with every kind of content I'm doing, or every little holiday break. You just take the time down to the content and then made it. I just call it a day, you know. Because look here, man. You have to know because okay, look at it like this. If you are sensible, you can get whole heap of content from just Saturday and Sunday. The only problem is if you work on Saturday and Sunday, it's rough. So you have to just make up your mind and say, look, I Saturday anyway, I'm not gonna really wake up early anyway. So might as well make the content. Make it. You know? Because Monday, not gonna work. Tuesday not gonna work. None of the day them between Monday to Friday not gonna work. Okay, you got mash up. Alright? So it's a fight. How about days where it's a little bit lighter? Where I'm not expected to be at two places every day. right? So yeah, you have to, you have to learn how to make compromises with yourself. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. But you learn from taking chances that you would not have normally taken. You understand? Um, you do. Because if I never did the things that I did, I would not have two jobs. And it goes kind of back to what I said before when people used to just jump on my page and be like, yo, go look at work. And I just find it so funny now. Because then what are you going to say to me today? You're going to say, all right, go look at work. I just came back from work. I just came from work. How you going to tell me if I go look at work? I just came home from work. This is my relaxation. This is how I relax. I just came from work. I just got that done. I'm not going back to work. No, I'm done for the day. I've done my work. It's time to play. Yeah, this is my play. On some William Shakespeare kind of thing. This is my play. Okay, yeah. I'm a playwright, so make me playwright. Uh, Speaking of, let me tell you something. People are offended by you having your own opinion. My mama tell you that. Don't make nobody tell you different. People are offended by you having your own opinion, meaning the fact that you can think for yourself, it offends people. You have no idea how offended people are by the fact that you, you think for yourself. Yeah. Because look at the segments I come up with. Them right about this and them right about this. Or well, we just have a meds or we jam. When we just have a meds or we jam. And then of course here, come ramp with one junker, man. I make you stop here and go to the one junker. It's gonna upset you. It will. I laugh every day because when I was doing content, I wasn't really confident and really fully 100% sure. Because that was back in the day when like every page that I had was named like Wilderness or something like that. So it was like me, like I had like 4 pages or something like that. And then life is good. Something happened, maybe my porges, my pages got reported or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I lost the pages and it was the best thing that ever happened. You know why? Because it taught me, one, always have cloud storage. Two, always have a hard drive. Three, never let that space be the only space where your content is placed. Because guess what? Let's say, for instance, just for argument's sake, you lose your page. The whole page just disappear. Well, you have a backup. Always have a always have a backup. So yeah, in the moment it hurt, but then a lot of the content that I did, man, like I wouldn't watch back no night. There was one where it was like Yardman Wilderman was like battle rap and whatever. I've repurposed all of that. Yeah, Boss One Champ Blue is where you will find. So battle rap, where would I do it? Battle rap, video games, and that sort of thing. That would be on TikTok, and then of course on YouTube. Yeah, that's where the MMA is. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, there you go. I remember two of my friends I spoke to about being on TikTok, and I say, "Yo, hey, fam, people don't even need to like you. Just, just go live with me, and we just talk. It's just me and you. We just talk. That's it. people are gonna chime in, whatever. But they're like, dog, they can't do TikTok. They just can't. And I honestly, I understand. I do. I do. Because it's kind of like, the battle rap community in the sense that it's just disgusting. It's just toxic. You know, people are just there to just to what's the word? No. They're there to antagonize. And why it's particularly hurtful is because you're trying to be productive, you're trying to give people perspective, you're trying to be informative in some kind of way. You're not just making content for the sake of making content. You're trying to make a difference. Show people, yo, you can meds different, do something different, and still get genuine, you know, like genuine feedback, genuine support, genuine conversation about these things. And you always have somebody out there that just, yeah. And realistically, sometimes it's not even a real person. They're bot farms. They know about that. Where you're arguing with somebody that not even real. The person you're talking to doesn't even exist. That's a thing that happens. Speaking of which, some people get their social. Let me say that again. Some people get their self-esteem from social media. Yeah. And you have to be careful when you're dealing with somebody like that, because if social media is where they get their self-esteem from, then you have to realize every time they talk to you, all the information that they're giving you, them never do no deep research, them never go on Google, them never cross-reference no documents and do this and do that. Nah. All of it come from social. They got it from TikTok. They got it from Insta. They got it from them never really do the deep dive research on that. They didn't. And they will convince you that they did. No. Because you're talking with your feelings. When you talk with your feelings, I know where you got that from. You don't talk through your feelings when you're presenting facts. And if you're presenting facts, then don't get me wrong, you can get facts from social media, but nobody caters to feelings better than social media. Yeah. Yeah. Whole heap of things to talk about, and whole heap of people that I want to talk about those things with. I'm know exactly who more. Yeah, let me tell you something. Enough time I'm on TikTok live under any of my names that I use. You know the names. Ain't no need for no disguises. You know who it is, right? And I see people be like, so and so um is asking for an invite to go home. Why? I don't know you. I don't know you from nowhere. I don't know you, and I'm not gonna invite you for you to come and say nothing crazy to me. Because I'm gonna say, oh, remove. And then they're gonna be like, why you kick him off? But you ask me for come up on the stage. You come on the stage and you come disrespect me. I take back the mic and push you off of that and say, yo, that. No. You can't ask that. Me are the main artist. You want your little 15 minutes of fame. So I'm gonna give you a chance to share the stage with me. And I'm you come style me. The same man give you the microphone for chat. Nah, kick you off of that. Straight. And that's not even personal. That just makes sense. It's just like when the schoolers them they in a little online class and them feel like them can just do what they want. And you look and say, bad man, stop right that in my class. Stop it. stop. Cool. Sir, so and so left the classroom. What do you mean left? They didn't leave. I booted them out. I booted them out. Nobody say them left. They never left. It's not what happened. I booted them out. You're not going to do no bullshit. And I call you out on it, and you still do it. Me, I kick you out. Me, I kick you out. Mhm. Yeah. So this is just a way to reconnect with myself, with who I really is, because sometimes you get lost putting on a performance. You know, hey, look, look here, look at what I can do. You know, when you look into it, no matter how you want to slice it, whenever you're working a 9 to 5, you're practically a court jester. You're a clone for salary. That's really what you are. You're a clone for salary. No matter how you want to slice it. But at the end of the day, although you're a clone for salary, you might see the bigger picture. You might be able to say, hey, listen, I am maintaining that good relationship that I developed with you in the first place. So that should I leave, I don't leave you high and dry. You don't get left with nothing. Value will be provided and added. And also it will continue. So, we have to make it different. Mm-hmm. We have to make it different. Remember, people want no, they want their opinion out of your mouth. Them don't like it when you think for yourself. And they take so much offense to something that you've decided for yourself. Like, they're gonna look on you and say, why they would this woman here and this and that? Because every other woman was incredibly disloyal, disrespectful, and honestly, disinterested. So what am I gonna do? I reward loyalty, effort, and also investment. Yeah, loyalty, effort, and investment. We're gonna need that. Because who are fooling? A lot of people, they get up and they tell you, oh, I deserve. What do you deserve? I don't deserve success just because I exist. I have to put in the work if I want to get that. Because there are some people who they think, oh, well, I work so hard and blah, 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 and nothing will come out like, no, 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 no. You work hard on the things you wanted to, and it never turned out to nothing. And instead of you change the trajectory of that, right? You could have changed. You could have switched up the team. They never wanted that. Don't worry. I'm familiar with that. People try to get me to change up my style. Oh, I wouldn't put that there, and oh, I wouldn't say this, and oh, I wouldn't say that. Well, fuck you. It's not about you. If you're writing the bars, you write them. Make your song and you write them and you rap them yourself and you go in the studio and you put that out. But you don't ask me to do what you would want to do. Don't ask me to do that. Don't ask me to do that. Because I am not you. And honestly, like, this is one of the reasons why there are times, or rather there's a time and place. Yeah. Yeah, you have a time to be a gentleman, but no, there are times when I'm going to say, yo, get out of my face. Come out. Go on over the sun. Over the sun with you. Where are you? You can't. You cannot tell me what you would have liked to do. Why? Why? It never worked for you. So you're telling me something that never worked for you is it not gonna work for me. You fake anything around. So speaking of that, as we discuss a little bit about music, just a little bit, I'm disappointed, and I think that's part of the reason why I became a rapper, more or less from a certain point in my life. And the reason why I did that is because I realized, yo, like, dog, all of that talk about the same something, you know. Not nothing different, dog. All of them talk about the same thing. You talk about the same girl, the same clothes, the same designer, the same jewelry, the same cocaine, the same guns, the same dog. Everything you talk about is the same. And it don't matter whether it's rap or dancehall, it no matter. It's the same thing, bro. Nobody now say nothing different. Nobody now stand out. And in the people who did stand out, wanna boot them out. Remember when Ladden and Chino did run the place in a dance hall for a little bit? But because the music did little too positive, we just we just kick them out. And this is why you see the perpetuation of certain type of music. You know why? Because it make money. And it's sad. And I will tell you why it's sad, because now you have somebody like a MP, Damian Crawford, who's gonna get up and tell people that people listen to the music for the lyrical content, and it doesn't really affect and change the lives of people. They don't really go out there and decide to bust the guns like how these artists are telling them to do. You know what that is, right? That's one, that's gaslighting, and two, that's projecting. You are telling me that something that you do for yourself, other Jamaicans are doing, not no go so. Me and an idiot, and by doing that, you basically take the whole of Jamaica for idiot. By saying that, you could not possibly have said that and actually believe it. I mean, this is how anybody want to call that. If you want to say that that's disrespectful to a political representative, I don't know what to tell you, but you basically take everybody for idiot by saying that. Because nothing no go so. Because if it happens in America with rap, why wouldn't it happen in Jamaica with dancehall? Why not? But the teacher one school where the youth them say them want to turn chopper. What to talk about? And you gonna tell me say it don't influence them? How are they going to be inspired to be like the accountant, like the doctor, like the people that will work at Sagicor or J.A.M or them places? How would you inspire them to, or have them aspire to work at these places when all the man them in the music video them look on them say chopper life? And them that are them hero, and them idolized. No, hear me out. This is not to say that oh God, me have to change this thing. It bother me. It's bothering me. Lord God, hold on. Let me see if I can change it right now. I'm tired for me tired for see this. Me tired. Hold on there, what is? Oh, thank God. What do you think, say somebody message me? Aye, all right. Not take, choose photo. Father God, yes. All right. It look like me now. Yeah. There you go. See? Yeah, man, there's a solution to every problem, you know. Yeah, man. Solution to every problem, you know. Yeah, no me look like me. Yes, I like it. See? I think that's part of the reason why I don't get along with a lot of people, especially relationship wise. Because when you're in a relationship with somebody that only see the problem, there's nothing you can do with that person. No, not at all. No matter how you want it to work, it will never work. So no matter how you love them alone. And you can only see the problem. Whether the problem is you or not is irrelevant. They can only see the problem, meaning they can never see how things can work. They can only see how things can feel and how things can fall apart. And it's like, cool, no problem with that. I don't even care if you want somebody else. I've lost the ability to even give a shit. I don't care. Because guess what? You see, when you spend enough time with the feelings that you have for somebody and they dishonor that, what else can you do but say, don't worry yourself, don't worry yourself. Because guess what people want to do? People want to diss you and still hold on to you. Not with me. I'm slippery. Nah. See, you try go so into the water and you try catch me, and I'm like, no. Nah, I got away. Yeah, 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 man. You're trying, oh, you're aiming for where I am, not for where I'm going to be. Yeah, I'm over there. I'm over there. Yeah, man, I just, oh my God. Mm, mm. Whoops. Oh, you almost had it. Speaking of that, notice how TV is a completely different thing now. TV is different in that because we don't have as many people watching TV like they used to. Like things just different. There was a time when everybody used to gather around the television. That's what it used to be. But now everybody have them own a device in a man. And so instead of having your focus on TV, social media has to pick up from where TV left off. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I was not very responsible with social media as an adult. So the fact that the people them I grew up with this thing is kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I, I felt like my mouse moved without me. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, yes, I rambled. I rambled. God, I rambled. But yeah, these are the things that are, up here. And I think that's how I readily apply meaningful philosophy in that. This is how I ramp, right? I'm gonna explain what I mean by that. You see, if I have something up here, so it's going to become tangible. Yeah, yeah. It's going to become tangible. It's going to become something that people can say, oh, well, this actually is real. Like it went from it being in my head to because there was a time when I wanted this to be like more on the comedy side of it. Where John Kerman was supposed to be a superhero that's just an asshole. Could still do it, but yeah, that require money and a team. Not a money, I'm not on a team as yet. So, but until then, yeah, we have this, we have this. And I like how things turn out in life. You know, you You had this idea of what you wanted. Like I knew, or rather, I had an idea of what I wanted this page to be. And then when I see how I've transformed it into something more meaningful and impactful, I'm saying, oh, look at me not, giving into the temptation of just following up slackness and mix up and, you know what I mean? Because I do that, but it's handled a little bit different. Just a little bit different. Because, for instance, a man will say something, but because it's not flattering about women, you're going in the comment section and what you say, oh, you're a batty boy, you talk like you're born out a batty hole, la 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 la. And then when you reply to that person and say the reason why you have suggested that, and you mentioned batty hole on several occasions, you know why you mention it? Because that is the only part of you was still tight. Why not? What? What? Why you not say nothing? You're quiet no. Oh, okay. That's the only part of you was still tight. And then no, when you say that no, well, what did I do? You something disgusting to me. Me reply to you back with something disgusting. You're vexed with the clap back. So why you say it in the first? Why did you have to suggest that a man born out a battle because him say something about certain types of women? Certain types of women. Can't the whole of them stay so. But because you in your feelings now, you want to get up and look at a man and say, oh man, born out a battle. Yeah, because that's the only part of you was still tight. You see that? Then you say that now. Look at me now. Hence the name. So the truth of the matter is, people, no matter what, you can't please nobody, you can't please everybody, you can't please anybody. So guess what? If them can't happy, hey, you might as well proud of your damn self. And here's another thing. Here's another thing. I do not. You remember that console war between Sega and Nintendo? You remember that? And they were at a press conference talking about, oh, this game called what name? Night Terror or whatever it was name. That would never appear on our consoles, da 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 da. And Sega's like, well, we never advertised that we only sold games to children, da 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 da. And it was just yapping, yapping, yapping. Anyway, the point I'm making is this. You see, if you pick me, scroll and find my page, I did not send it to them. That's all I'm going to say to you. And this is mature 17 plus. Okay? It's mature 17 plus. So they're under 17 and they found this. That's your fault. Okay? Remember what Eminem said last week? I saw this Schwarzenegger movie where shooting all sorts of these motherfuckers with an Uzi. Saw these three little kids up in the front row screaming go with a 17-year-old uncle. My guidance, and they got the same moms and dads that got mad when I asked if they like violence. you know, he was painting a philosophical picture about what was going on in America. It's like, how you gonna blame me when you're in the house, you live there, you pay the bills, and they're playing that music in front of you, and they're watching these movies in front of you, and what did you do about it? Yeah. So what's the connection there? Huh? Connection. You see, when I go on my tangents, they may seem very much like you have tangent and you have secant, and at some point there's a bit of an intersection, sometime. at some point, you know, at some point. But yeah, that's what I remember. That's the message I got from that, where it's like, wait, how? How you make them get to that? No, you're picking them. No, you're a host. No, you run things. But you know, this is how people see them. They want to take offense, right? They want to take offense. Look, um, years ago, I might have been maybe 11 years old. I was playing the first Grand Theft Auto. The first Grand Theft Auto. I'm not gonna lie, that game was broken. Jeez and peas. That game was broken. The things that happen in that game just never make no sense. But whose fault is it that I was playing Grand Theft Auto on a computer in my home? Whose fault was that? You know? So what I'm saying is this page. All right. Like there are certain things that I always had this fear of, you know, being an educator. That, hey, you're gonna be around kids. Please don't make the mouth slip. Cause you know how easy it is for you to literally just be like, just just do like what the hurricane do. Just send the cloth all about the place. Yeah, man, just chip the cloth them, just chip them up. You know, and here is what is beautiful about life. You might be doing something in your life right now and you think it's a waste of time, but the thing is that thing prepared you for the next thing that you're going to the next. So in reality, none of what you did was ever a waste of time. Life is not about finding yourself. It is about creating yourself. Because yeah, that never worked out, but it never did for work out. But guess what? It leaded to this thing, then it leaded to this thing, then it leaded to this thing, then it leaded to this thing. So don't get mad when that one thing never work out. Because maybe you can revisit it, or maybe it was never meant to be. Maybe not. No, let's talk about what's called irony. I am doing this particular video on one of my ex's birthdays. One of my ex's birthday or birthdays. I don't know. Anyway, um, no, why is that ironic? I guess because I shouldn't remember her birthday. I shouldn't, but it's fine. I shouldn't. But guess what? Even if I remember it, yeah, it's not enough for me to make a phone call or send a message or I don't do mixed messages. I don't do that. If I don't chat to you, I don't chat to you. So I don't need to tell you happy birthday, happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, none of those things. You just don't hear from me. Cause the one thing I don't do confusion. I draw my line in the sand. If you're over here, you're over here. You're not over here. This is odds and evens. You're either odd or you're even. There's no intersection. There's no odd even. There's no odd even number. Not like that. You have to pick a side and stay upon it. Big up to Curly Locks for that. Pick a side and stay upon that. You're either a positive or a negative integer. There's no in between. None. Positive or negative. I mean, zero is like a neutral. But that's what some people want to be. Like you have some people where them decide, look, you can tell when people really them have a ratings for you. But just look at when them come back in your life. Why is it that when they come back in your life, they're asking you for something? Oh, you can help me with this, or you can do this for me, or you can do that, and da. It's like, oh, this is transactional. So if we didn't know you did a sell front, you could have tell me. So now we know. All right. You know. But that's the problem with people. People don't want to be honest about how them feel about you. Don't worry. I see it now. I understand it now. Mm. Anyway, I have things to do, so not even waste too much time to that. We're at that 118. Ah, son. Here we go. Come off of this because we have things to do. And before you know it, it will be 7 o'clock. Before you know it, it will be 9 o'clock. Before you know it, I have to go on my bed to get ready to wake up. God, the people in several words. Hey, I am grateful. That's all I can tell you. So as much as I had a lot up here, grateful same way. Mm. So, from ramp with one John Craman. What me say? From ramp with one John Craman. From ramp with one John Craman. What we say? From ramp with one John Craman. Ramp with one John Craman. What we say? From ramp with one John Craman. So yeah, that was it. Um, hey, this is what do you call it? Material 17 plus, It's not for kids. It's not for kids. So if your kids are watching, tell them to not do it. It's not for them. It's not for them, man. It's not for them. So therefore, be very mindful, be very attentive. That's all you need to do. But yeah, um, I would think that, I would say this too. The hurricane taught us that when it comes to disaster preparedness, I don't think anybody beat the little island called Jamaica. I think we do it the best. We do it the best. So therefore, I would argue that we should be holding seminars in different countries and showing them what they need to be doing. I think we need to be doing that. So yeah. Um, the most important thing right now is just, I don't know, just being more at peace, not contending with, 'cause, people, this is a problem. People want to disrespect you and then normalize it. Like you should just take disrespect, but not address the person who did it. So you want to be a heckler. So I'm performing and you want to be a heckler and I should not address you? Nah. You ain't never seen a good comedian leave a heckler unattended. That would never happen. The comedian literally takes back the show from the heckler and says, listen, I run this. It's not you. It will never be about you. Okay? But what they do is they do it in the way that so they don't even get, because comedians can't get mad. If they get mad, then the heckler wins. But if the comedian gets people to laugh at the heckler and they just keep roasting the heckler until they stop, it's like, yep, that's what I thought. You're in my classroom. Behave yourself. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Be a good little boy and sit down. Yeah. That's how it works. That is how it works. So, you just have to know. So, since I did it, what we just have to make when we jam. Come ramp with one junker man, what we say? Come ramp with one junker man. So you can let me know if this presentation makes sense to you. If you like the style, you let me know. Otherwise, you don't know. Look at that. Look at that.